Hi guys, and welcome to my ace tanker in the Tiger P. This is a tank I rebought quite recently while it was on sale, specifically to get an ace tanker in the tank. I didn't actually get an ace tanker the first time round. Was a very new player when I played the Tiger P the first time round, but I do remember I preferred this tank over the Tiger H, and that's mainly because basically it's much better against inexperienced players. You've got armor, frontal armor that can actually work, but you do have a much weaker turret. But basically, the Tiger P is what something not a lot of people know about is it's basically the same chassis as the Ferdinand. Now, I don't know whether the Tiger P is built on the Ferdinand's chassis or the Ferdinand was built on the chassis of a Tiger P. I'm not quite sure. But basically, this is basically a Ferdinand. Exactly the same as the Ferdinand. And just like the Ferdinand, something a lot of players don't know about is you have two very weak spots here, just to the sides where the headlights are, and they can be penned very easily from the front. But on the other hand, if you're shooting this tank from the front, you might as well just go for this extremely large commander's cupola. It's another very weak point on the tank. So the Tiger P is much better armored than the Tiger 1 is, but it does have weak spots, and it's really armor that's only going to be effective against inexperienced players. So yeah, I played this tank first time round, probably in my first week of playing World of Tanks when I first started playing. Didn't get the ace, rebought the tank recently. This is about my third or fourth game in it, and it brings me on to this topic of maybe today's video, which is the flaming missions. Now, I haven't spoken too much about the missions. I mentioned them in a Borsig Ace tanker recently, but I'm in a mission here. Heavy Tank 7 on the original Stug 4 mission. Did this mission a long time ago, actually. I have the Stug 4. But yeah, participate in a successful capture of the enemy base. Now, these are the missions I absolutely hate. So apparently, in this game, I've got to cap in order to basically get the mission done. Cause at least 1,000 hit points of damage, and secondary objective is destroy an enemy vehicle. So the last two parts are easy, but I've got to participate in a successful capture of the enemy base. Really stupid mission, because I think I'm one of these players who believes that capping should only ever be used if you're in danger of losing the game. And it causes me to have a very average game when I could have had a very good game. And I played like a complete donkey. And a lot of missions have caused me to play like a complete and utter donkey. And for that reason, I think some of the missions are I don't like them very much. Some of the missions are fine. They force you to play the tank the way it needs to be played, but some of the missions are just stupid. And I class capping missions as stupid. But anyway, we are here on South Coast. It's a tier 7 game. I'm top tier. And let's just get going. So, I did hint about this game when I was talking about it in the Borsig. So, what was turning into a very good game turned into a very average game as a result of these flaming missions. But, we'll get to that when it happens. So, very favourable matchup. A couple of good players in an ELC AMX and a Gorilla on the enemy team. But I'm going to be aggressive. I'm a top tier heavy, I want to be on the front line, I want to be aggressive. And we're just advancing. So looking for shots. Enemy tanks are staying fairly safe. And I'm moving up into an aggressive position. Now this position here gives me a big range of fire. I can shoot at tanks up around G9. I can shoot at tanks advancing through the middle. I can shoot at tanks camping in the usual TD spots at G6. But there's my first damage on the T-43. And look at this ELC. He knows I'm here. He's their best player. And look at this sneaky guy. This is a good thing to learn from. You see, he's hiding until I shoot again. So I've shot. And now watch what the ELC does. He realizes I've shot, and now he runs for it. That's a very good scout play by the ELC. But for some reason, I've got 6 or 7 enemy tanks, and they're all just sitting in front of me. And of course I'm just gonna pop out, gonna take shots. I bounce on what I was aiming for the machine gun port. Unfortunately I miss it at an angle. But I notice that he seems to have a stock turret, so we'll just kill him the second time round. Now this ELC thought he was so clever, he thought he could get away. Let's see how accurate this German gun is. And the shot goes high. So ELC gets away a second time. So forgot to mention the gun. It's the standard gun on German heavies. Just poking out, doing damage. 88mm, 240 alpha damage, 203mm of penetration. I go for a track shot on the T-29, and someone else takes him out. So now I know there's nothing here but a stock IS, and unless he knows to shoot me in the turret or the weak spots, I can just basically sit here and just take shots at him. So again, just moving forwards, back and forth, just in case he actually does decide to aim at weak spots. But yeah, typical German gun. Nice accuracy, nice rate of fire, nice damage. Now I'm on almost 2k damage. I'm on 2 kills, and the only thing I need to do now is win by capping. And most of the enemy tanks have now been spotted on the other side of the map, so I'm advancing. Because I decide that, you know what, I should be able to kill RT, should be able to kill whatever tanks are in front of me, and I'm going to go for a cap. So, nice shot in the move on the Black Prince. And now I'm not too worried about the Black Prince, but I am worried about this Lorraine, because this Lorraine can do a lot of damage to me. And there you go. I've just lost 360 hit points I needed against the Black Prince. That was stupid by me. I probably just should have stayed on the move. Don't know why I decided to stop. The Lorraine did decide to run for it, but Black Prince knows what he's doing. Black Prince is aiming at my weak spots. You can see him taking shots at my commander's cupola. He's taking shots at the weak sides of the front of my tank. We are doing damage. I'm up to 780 I'm down to 700 damage, or hit points. I'm down to 600 hit points. I'm about to kill this Black Prince, and RT comes back and hits me again. Yeah, and the Lorraine comes back to haunt me a second time. Now, that's it. I did 3.2k damage, I got 2 kills, and I was very, very aggressive. The reason I was very aggressive is, as you can see from the minimap, my team are advancing down the 8-9 lines. I figured that maybe I could kill the Black Prince, maybe I could kill Artie, and go for a cap victory before my team got there. And that was a stupid, stupid mistake, and that's something I would never have done had I not been playing this flaming mission. Thankfully I ended up getting the mission a few games later, but this is the ace tanker for the Tiger P, and as per usual, no matter how good or bad the first ace tanker is, it's always going to go up on my channel. So nice amount of damage, only 2 kills, and a stupid, stupid mistake by me. But was it a mistake, or was it bad play that was caused by having a mission telling me I needed to cap? I would say it was the mission. I would never ever have done that had I actually not had that mission. I really, really don't think you should cap unless you're in danger of losing a game. And thankfully my team come back. They actually win the game. And yeah, this is day 6. This is the day 6 video for the 1.5k subscriber special, so I'm going to be giving out another Steam game today. And yeah, it's all based around this terrible game. What mission have you hated the most? I'm sure a lot of you may still be on the Stug 4 mission, a lot of you may be on the T-28 heavy tank concept missions, but of all the missions you've played in any class of tank, what mission has been the biggest pain in the ass? That's basically today's question. What mission have you hated? What mission have you had the most difficulty trying to complete? That is, if you're playing for missions. Let me know in the comments, and you're in with a chance of winning a Steam game. So yeah, my first ace tanker in the Tiger P. As I say, recently rebought the tank just to get the ace tanker, and disappointed that it was this flaming game. I could have had a much bigger game, and it just didn't work out for me. And as I say, I blame my own stupidity for blindly trying to complete the missions, wanting to try and get the missions done as quickly as possible. And there's no reason to try and get the missions done as quickly as possible because they are permanent missions. They're always going to be there. There's no hurry to finish them, but yet when you put a challenge in front of me like a mission, I'm always going to try and do it as quickly as possible. So ace tanker in a very, very poor game in my opinion. I picked up cool-headed, I also picked up high caliber, but I died stupidly and it's annoying. But if you're new to the channel, as I say, no matter how good or bad a game is, if it's definitely my first ace tanker, it has to go up on the channel, regardless of how embarrassing it is. It was okay. I mean, if I'd had a slightly better game, the game would have been okay, but I'm just annoyed that I made such a stupid play at the end, simply because of the flaming mission. 3.2k damage is not bad. Could have done more, but played stupidly. 2 kills, 1276 XP. The Tiger P is still pretty good. I don't think I'm going to sell the tank, and I forgot to mention, brand new tank, brand new crew, 75% crew, so I think the tank did okay considering I had a brand new crew in it. But yeah, I'm probably going to keep the Tiger P, simply just because it's different and it's a little bit unique. I fired 17, hit 16, and hit pen 15. That's the 88mm on the Tiger P. It's a good gun. It's a very good gun. It works fine against tier 7s and lower. It works fine against most tier 8s. It struggles a little bit against tier 9s, but it's a good gun. Nice amount of damage, and I received 20 hits, of which 13 were non-penetrations. And this is one of the reasons the Tiger P is a tank maybe I prefer playing over the Tiger 1, simply because it's a better tank against inexperienced players. But an experienced player is going to tear you apart. However, an experienced player is also going to tear you apart if you're in a Tiger 1. But I do prefer the armor on the Tiger P. I blocked nearly 2,000 potential damage with my armor. Spotted 3, damaged 7, destroyed 2, did almost 1,000 assistance damage, and earned close to 42,000 credits with a premium account. It wasn't my first game of the day, 1914 XP. I was actually playing for the ace tanker, and as I say, it took me 2 or 3 games. But yeah, I mean, it was an okay game. I probably shouldn't be so hard on myself, but yeah, I blame the missions. And that is, as I say, just to repeat, what today's question is going to be to win a chance, or to get in with a chance of winning a Steam game. What is the most difficult or most pain in the ass mission you've had to do so far? What mission have you absolutely hated? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.